say in game probably like 5.5 hours. As far as the initial reaction, I have to say that I loved the beginning to the game. I thought that it was introduced really well. The story was introduced well. I don't know why this game is catching as much flack as it is. By flack, I mean it's not getting the best reviews if you've seen other reviews out there. And to be honest, even as a Dead Space fan, okay, so I played both the Dead Spaces, I can't say that I'm disappointed. The only thing that is kind of a letdown is the zero gravity thing. I was kind of excited to see how they would do zero gravity, especially nowadays with new technology and such. So it is kind of a letdown in that area. But as far as your guy getting more powerful gear, your weapons feel good, the combat feels satisfying, the voice acting is good, the cast of actors is good, the story behind this is good, and Dead Space was like this, okay? It was the same way. It didn't tell you very much as to why you were there on that spaceship. It doesn't tell you very much as to why you're here, or why this infection is happening, or why this, or why that. You find out as you go. That's part of the mystery with these games. That's part of the thrill of these particular games. Now, granted, they could have gone a Resident Evil style and been like, oh, this is Umbrella Corporation, and this is how it goes. But this is not how this game is. Nor was it that way in Dead Space. And for me, if there's a lot of fans out there, like there's a lot of people that like Dead Space that are basically shitting all over this game. Well, instead, you could look at it from a different perspective, which is what I'm trying to do, and realize that this is its own thing, it's its own identity, and that inspiration is drawn from Dead Space, but it's not supposed to be like a replica or anything. But, the movement feels exactly the same as Dead Space. The stomping on people is literally the exact same as Dead Space. I feel like in Dead Space I felt heavier, as a matter of fact, because these suits, by the way, that he has on this suit, is kind of similar to what Isaac had in Dead Space. It's a little different, but in Dead Space you basically went into like a cocoon chamber, walked into it, and then that was your workshop to upgrade your suit. And then when you got out, your suit would literally encumber you, surround you, and cover you like a cocoon. And it was pretty sweet. It was dope. But I have to say that my review is this. I like the game. I recommend the game. Even if you haven't played Dead Space, you don't know anything about what I'm even talking about. It's still a very fun game. It's immersive. It's for me as a gamer, that's what I'm looking for. I don't care if it's linear. And by linear, I mean it's very straightforward, you know? Hey, you need to go from point A to point B. That's it. There's no, hey, let's drift off to point C and go do a side quest really quick. No, there is none of that. No. That's what these games are meant for. And, I don't know. I feel like nowadays everybody wants to nitpick, and they want games to almost feel exactly the same. And, like, you gotta ask yourself, is that really what you want? Is it really what you want, is for all these games to feel the same, look the same? You know, like, I don't know. For me, it's a good game. There's, of course, things to be improved on. But that's video games, right? When you look at video games 10 years ago, they're nothing compared to how they are now. Or even 7 years ago. 7 years ago, yeah. I'm just saying, let's give some credit. You know, maybe not nitpick everything. But this has been my review. I hope you guys have found it interesting. I hope you do enjoy the game. And if you don't, just leave me a comment down at the bottom, and you know, we can kind of discuss it. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.